Alright, just give me a few more seconds. Hey, what's up, Jones Gaming Adventure? How you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. I'm gonna continue playing through some more Sonic CD. I think the last time I played through it, I ended up doing Sonic Story, so I'm gonna continue on with Tails and possibly Knuckles. Let's see, you're doing good. A bit scared though. Hang on, let me go ahead and move my chat window over a bit. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're scared. Hopefully you don't feel scared. Well, I mean, there's really nothing scary about Sonic CD except for the weird music sometimes, but... Hey, what's up, Squigs Animation? Yeah, right now I'm streaming some Sonic Origins, so I'm going to be going through Tails' story. Either way, welcome aboard. Just so you guys know, I do intend on getting all the good futures. Hey, what's up, Zare? I remember you. How you doing, man? By the way, guys, let me know if my game audio is too loud or if any of my volume is off. I could always adjust it. Let's see, Squigsy Animations is saying, you should set the soundtrack to JP version. Yeah, so I have a bit of a hot take with that. I like both the JP and the US soundtracks. But my first experience playing through this game was with the American soundtrack, so that's what I usually stick to. You're saying game audio is actually a little low? Okay, well, I can adjust it. But yeah, like, I don't really understand why people shit on the US soundtrack so much. The US soundtrack is pretty good, pretty good. I know that Stardust Speedway It's not as memorable as like the JP track, but I don't know. It has some good hits. Yeah, let me go ahead and up the game volume a bit. Okay, I think I bumped it up like about 4 or 5 decibels. Just let me know if that's too loud. Let's see, I don't have a choice. I need to listen to the JP track, so it's nice to get the US one for a change. I gotcha. Yeah, no, I am a US Sonic CD soundtrack defender, so. Alright, awesome. Come on. Damn it, I fucked it up. I need to find another pass sign. I was going too fast there for a minute. Let's see, well, it makes sense if you want to keep it. I think it's pretty good either way. I gotcha. I think I saw a sign up there. I don't remember if it was past or future, but damn it, it's a future. Yeah, it's never a good thing to fuck up the past if you can't help it. Alright, sweet. Let me go ahead and... Oh, fuck! Okay, you know what? Let me just restart. That'll make things easier. Hey, what's up, Agent Ice? Hope you're having a good evening. Z and G. Yep, that's what's up. Yeah, just like last time, I intend on getting all the good futures. This time you are stalking me. My favorite track is the JP Past of this level. Oh yeah, it's neat. I like the percussion of it. It has kind of a prehistoric vibe to it. Spent 6 hours torturing myself. Alright, let's see if I get as lucky. Let me go back to the future. Oh no, past. Past, past, past. Yeah, the past versions of each soundtrack is the exact same. It's only the present good futures and bad futures that are different from each other. But yeah, like, usually one thing I'll say when it comes to the soundtrack of Sonic CD, if you like synth, and you're a huge fan of synth, go for the JP soundtrack. But if you like more of that, like, grunge, alternative type of instrumentals, the American one is pretty good. Okay, where is it? Okay. Sweet, I got all the good futures for Palm Tree Panic. I was gonna say, not Aquatic Ruin, but the water sewer level. I think that's gonna be the first one that I might have some issues with. Oh, also, something I did recently, I ended up getting a new controller, just because the controller I'm using is, it's been having, like, weird connectivity issues. And I've had it for about a year or two, so I think it was just time to get another one. I don't know if it's just, like, a part that ended up going bad, or if my computer's just having a weird, like, Bluetooth connectivity issue, but I ended up going wired this time. Like, it's literally the exact same controller, except it has a wire instead of it being wireless, and it's like 20 bucks on sale. When I was a kid, I never understood the time mechanic in this game. Yeah, when I actually first played through this game, I played it on an emulator, and because I didn't have the files set up properly, you know, the whole file structure where you put the, it's like the ISO with all the sound bites, and you just put them all in the same folder. I was actually playing this game with no sound. So, like, when I beat the game and I was going through, like, all these different time travel scenarios, I had no idea what that was about either. I just kind of beat the game, just, like, getting the bad ending. Okay, this level's a little bit more cramped than the last one, so I have to make sure that I have to find a pass sign and then just hold on to it for dear life until I can find a circular thing. I think out of all the levels in this game, it's going to be Metallic Madness that might make me rage a little bit. One thing I will bitch about a little bit when it comes to Sonic Origins and how they handle Sonic CD, I wish they gave you an option to swap over whether or not you wanted lives. I feel like that's an easy thing to toggle on or off. Like I could see if you wanted to just play it with lives, or if you just wanted to have like a more casual experience and you just want to restart from the last checkpoint. Like I don't see why they just made you have, like they just made you have to like not have lives at all. But I don't know. I feel like lives in all the classic Sonic games is mostly redundant anyways, because, you know, Sonic CD has save files. Sonic 3 and Knuckles had save files too, and then like Sonic 2 is just so easy. Let me go ahead and destroy that Metal Sonic teleporter thing. There was a special stage in this game that hurts my eyes. Yeah, I think for me that's all of them. I forget. Did I get that? Did I get that Robo teleporter thing or no? I was kind of blanking out there for a minute. I want to say I did, but it was in the background. Yeah, the visuals for this game are pretty trippy. Because I know that there was like a little circular area thing. And then I span around in it, and then that's what made me go to the past. Sorry, I'm just trying to retrace my steps a little bit, because I have no idea if I hit that Robo teleporter or not. Okay, cool. I ended up killing it. It was like a wave rainbow. I think that's the 5th special stage or the 6th one. I don't remember. I just remembered it being one of the later ones. Was there like a pink background? I feel like I get what you're saying, though. Speaking of special stage, It's good, though, that they left a little artifact behind to let you know that you actually got it. That way you're not having to be all paranoid. There's no good way to say it, but acid trip. Yeah, I feel you. Honestly, like, the special stages in Sonic CD, they're not the worst. Like, I would say that, like they're obviously not better than Sonic 3 or Sonic Mania, but they're definitely better than Sonic 2 or Sonic 1, at least in my opinion. There's always, like, 2 special stages in Sonic 1 that make me want to rage quit. Okay, I got a coin. I feel like the special stages play really weird. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a perception thing that you have to get used to, but I feel like once you get the rhythm down, they're not horrible. Let's try going up here. But yeah, they're not the worst. Honestly, I think the worst special stages are the ones in Sonic Advance. Those were dog shit. They're good games, but the special stages in Sonic Advance Trilogy, those are a no-go for me. It's like they expect you to dive down in this tunnel in like a 3D plane, but you're having to deal with like 2D sprites. And then in Sonic Advance 2, it's just getting to the special stages that are a hassle. Because you have to collect those little medals, I think is what they are. And then in Sonic Advance 3, it's just so convoluted. Like, you have to collect all the chows, and then you have to make sure that you play as certain characters throughout the story if you want to get, like, all the optional shit. It's bizarre. But, you know, that being said, I really hope Sega does remaster the Sonic Advance trilogy. Those need to be re-released, like, yesterday. Okay, cool. I got to the past. You haven't played Advanced? I actually recommend them. Advanced 1 is pretty good. Advanced 3 is probably my favorite, but I think that nostalgia might play a huge factor. And also, I think that the presentation is also the best in Advanced 3 as well. Also, some of the stages are pretty good. Like, I enjoy Twinkle Snow. It's one of the better 2D water levels in a Sonic game. I wasn't really a huge fan of Advance 2. I thought it was kind of repetitive, and the level design was a little lazy. But, yeah, those are all good. Like, I would say in general, the Advance trilogy is, like, they're great. They're great games, but I still think that 3 and Knuckles is the best. If we're talking, like, 2D Sonic. I kind of have mixed feelings about Mania, though. I think that Mania is good, and it takes a lot of the stuff that Sonic 3 and Knuckles did, and it introduces a lot of new things. I just wasn't a huge fan of all the characters they threw in, and how little the pathways were in terms of, like, how different they are. It's like, you know, you play all the levels as Sonic in Sonic Mania, right? And then you play Tails through Sonic Mania. It's literally the exact same thing. And then Knuckles, he's slightly different, just like he was in 3 and Knuckles, but then it's like, once you go through Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Squirrel story, like, at that point, you're just sick of playing through all the levels. I think that 3 characters per 2D classic Sonic game is, like, the perfect way to do it. How about we talk about SA2? Oh, dude, SA2 is, that's definitely one of my favorites. I've actually been in I've actually kind of gone back and forth recently about whether or not I think that 3 and Knuckles is the best 3D Sonic, or 3D, like whether or not 3 and Knuckles is the best Sonic game, or SA2 is the best Sonic game. I always kind of go back and forth on those. Because SA2 just had so many good moments. And also the gameplay is pretty good. I know people shit on the treasure hunting stages, but I like them. I like them a lot. And the shooting mech stages in SA2, they're fine. Like, to me, they're just more balanced than how they were in SA1. I know people like to say how good Gamma's story was in SA1, but his levels were pretty easy, and they were pretty unbalanced. And I think that SA2 does a better job of handling that. Like, the Eggman stages, for example, in SA2 were pretty fun. Like, Weapons Bed and the one space level where you're able to float up and shoot a bunch of different things. I think SA2 is one of the best games I played and first games I played. Yeah, I never had SA2 when I was like a kid. I didn't play it until the HD remaster because I didn't have a GameCube or a Dreamcast growing up, but I truly do think that SA2 is the best 3D Sonic game. Frontiers came close, but I'm just hoping that whenever they do a Frontiers 2, that they take all the ideas that they introduced for the third DLC of Sonic Frontiers and just expand upon that. And then I think that 3D Sonic will have a winning formula. The shooter levels were great, besides the sand levels. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Tails' levels and, what was it, Sand Gate, or... It was the one before Knuckles had to do his level in the pyramid. I love the "I've got you now" Faker. Faker? Well, I think you're the fake hedgehog. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake. Yeah, the dialogue in SA2 was good too. That's something I think a lot of people don't understand too, is that people kind of hate the cheesiness of Sonic and 3D Sonic, but he's always kind of been that way. Hey, what's up, Ledoux Plus 23? How you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. Okay, let's see if I remember where these past signs are. Okay, that's future. I don't want that. Trying to find something from the past. See, Sonic on the Sega 90 console was Prime. I'm assuming you mean like 90s, or, you know, not $90. Nostalgia be good. Yeah, I mean, nostalgia is fine, but I feel like a lot of people have bias with nostalgia. It's always kind of, it's always a good thing to kind of look beyond your biases and just sort of judge games for how they are. Excuse me. Let me go ahead and grab an air bubble. But, yeah, when I first played through Sonic Adventure 2, it was on the HD port. I was a really big Sonic kid. Like, I loved it. Oh yeah, same here. The first Sonic game I ever had was Mega Collection Plus on the PS2. And then I eventually got Sonic Heroes when that came out. Okay, I found the Robo Transporter and I found that little spring area. I just have to find a pass sign and I'm golden. God damn, it's another future sign. Maybe there'll be one around here somewhere. Nope, it's another future. And then I also got all the other PS2 Sonic games like Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I ended up getting Sonic Unleashed as well. I know people say that's a shitty port, but I thought it was fine when I was growing up. God damn it. I meant to do that. Game was so fun. I had Ocarina of Time and Sonic. Yeah, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I was never really big on Zelda. And I think that part of the reason is just because I just never really grew up with it. Like, I feel like if I had an N64 as a kid and I had Ocarina of Time, I would like it a lot, but I don't know. I thought that Okami was like the best Zelda game I ever played. And I also don't understand why they all get like 10, you know, like 10 out of 10s or 9 out of 10s. Like, to me, Zelda games are just okay. Like, they're good. I can see why people would enjoy them. They're just not really my cup of tea. Okay, I found a pass sign. Sweet. I'll gravitate towards that. You never play Zelda either? Okay, I just have to go back to that little area. Yep. Gotta love those little areas. Those are fun. You also gotta love the atmosphere of Sonic CD too. Like, Sonic CD definitely has an aesthetic. Although one thing I will say is that the bosses of this game are pretty weak. I feel like there was a lot of missed potential with the whole past-future thing. Like, you could have expanded upon the bosses a little bit, depending on which future you got. But it's fine. You know, it's just a neat little color palette swap thing. Okay, I have to find another pass sign now. I remember the Quartz Quadrant stage is kind of frustrating me a bit when it came to activating the pass thing. So you might see me restart those, but... I have no ties to Sonic after the Genesis. Yeah, yeah, the Sonic fanbase is really divided on what counts as a Sonic game. Like, some people still think that 3D Sonic has just always sucked, which I was never really in that camp. It all kind of comes down to preference. Like, some people prefer 2D Mario over 3D Mario. Some people prefer 2D Castlevania over 3D Castlevania. Well, actually that last one is a bad comparison, because I think most people who play Castlevania prefer 2D. But I think you get what I mean. I'm actually more of a 2D Mario fan than I am a 3D one. Okay, well, I found my little area. Let's see, I actually never had a Sega, but I played the mobile port because I'm relatively young. I somehow played SA2 on a PS4. I think you might have played a cloud version of it, because I know that there were like a select number of PS3 games out there that that were available on the cloud service. Like some of the HD ports of all the old games ended up getting thrown on PS Plus Online, so that's probably how you did it. Okay, gotta find that Robo Teleporter. Yeah, nostalgia is a very powerful thing. Although me personally, I'm not really like nostalgic for all the 3D Sonic games, because there were some 3D Sonic games I haven't played when I was a small kid. Okay, that Robo Teleporter should be around here somewhere. Okay, that was my fuck up. Thankfully it keeps you with the keeps you at the same time frame, so that helps us. So what games are you guys currently playing now? I'm curious. Like, is there anything that you're currently blasting through right now? Me personally, the last game I beat was Black Myth Wukong. Let's see, you tried Unleashed, but you couldn't get past the Tails airplane stages? Really? I thought those were pretty easy. Yeah, one thing I will say about Sonic Unleashed is that the Werehog stages, they are not horrible, like a lot of people make them out to be, but they do get a little repetitive. I feel like the way Sonic Frontiers handled the combat for 3D Sonic was like the perfect way to do it. Because it didn't like overstay its welcome and it didn't lock you in. I feel like that was a major mistake that a lot of early 3D Sonic games tried to do, especially Heroes. I think Heroes was a really infamous example of that. Well, you hadn't mastered hand-eye coordination. Gotcha. So you just weren't used to it. Yeah, Sonic Unleashed had a lot of QTEs as well. I still have nightmares from Eggman Land. That stage was just horrible. Like, I have no idea why anyone who would just beat Eggman Land would think that it was a fun idea. They just threw in like a bunch of random bullshit. Okay, maybe it's over here somewhere. I feel like I've been hugging the left side of the stage too much. Shit. Oh, there it is. Found it. But yeah, like Sonic Unleashed, it's not bad. I would give it like a 4 out of 5 if I were to rate it. That being said, I still prefer Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and Frontiers over it, for sure. Let's see if I can get him in one. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, so far so good. I ended up getting all the good futures. So far, anyway. I'm still dreading Metallic Madness. That was some bullshit. And now you're a master at hand-eye coordination? Sometimes you can get him a little bit earlier if you get your timing right. Okay, so I think there's a past signpost up here. And I'm gonna wait till I find a good spot I can run through before I do that. You think Wacky Workbench is the worst stage in this game? Yeah, I will definitely agree with you on that. It's not really it's not really fun at all. It's pretty convoluted, and you have to bounce up in the air constantly. Also, the way you get the good futures in those stages are pretty weird too, and you'll see what that's like in a second. Like, that was some bullshit. Okay, I think it should be up here. I remember it being in, like, an open area. God damn it. Because I think that's the end of the stage, and we don't want to go there yet. Maybe it's in a previous area? Whistling with the game? Nice. God damn it. Maybe it is in another area. I'll make sure not to go too far just in case, because I think this is the end. Yeah, no, we don't want to go there. Nope. I think the last time I beat this game, I ended up just running into it, and that's how I ended up getting it. But let me try flying up here. It's probably hiding somewhere in an upper area, and I'm just not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Yeah, there were 2 green rooms. I was just missing the other one. Let's check out the good future. I like how I just accidentally went to the present and I accidentally went to the future. That's what I like about this game. You can just kind of fuck around with it. Okay, so I think this one might be a little bit trickier. I don't remember. Okay, there's a pass sign. Oh yeah, that one fucked me up for a minute. Okay, perfect. And I think I know exactly where the next robo-teleporter is. Let me try going up here. Okay, it's not in this one. FYI, you only need to get the good future in 1 level. Really? I thought it was only like... I thought you had to get like a good future in every single one. I mean, regardless, I'm still gonna do them all. Alright, sweet. I don't know if you've ever seen what the good future methods for Wacky Workbench is, but it is some of the most convoluted bullshit I had to go through. Because, like, when I first tried getting all the good futures in Sonic CD for the first time, like, Wacky Workbench, the way you do it, it's, like, so convoluted. Like, there are things that you think that would crush you that end up just taking you through another path. I'm actually kind of impressed. But yeah, like, I actually had no idea that you just had to get 1 good future in each zone. I thought you had to get them in all. So far I've got 3 time stones. I think this game has, what, 6 or 7 of them? going to be the hardest boss fight in the world, guys. Hope you're ready. Yeah, you need to get crushed for the weird machine. It's like how our first-time player is supposed to guess that. But what am I trying to say? I played through this game multiple times, so it's going to be no surprise to me. So all I have to do is what? Wacky Workbench, Stardust Speedway, and then Metallic Madness, and then I'm good. I always got stuck on this boss. Oh yeah, me too, man. Took me like a billion tries to get it right. I'm trying to go through there. We'll avoid that future sign. And we're going to save that past. And we're going to travel up. Preferably get that shield in case we get hit. Like that. And it'll be just this simple. Nice. And then the next one is going to be a little bit more tricky. For this one, I always do like the super peel out. You might not be able to do that as Tails. Yeah, no, you can't. So yeah, let me go. Like that. And then you gotta... Now I just have to get through the stage. It's kind of funny how they gave Tails a hanging animation. Hey, what's up, Ender Sam? See, Sonic Origins is cool. Yep, I agree. It's a good collection. I know some people like to criticize and nitpick it because it's not exactly like one-to-one with the originals, but it's good. Like, as a longtime Sonic fan, it has my approval. You don't like Sonic CD all that much? Yeah, Sonic CD is definitely like the weirdest out of all the classic Sonic games, but I like it. I feel like there's a trying to find the right word. Sonic CD has like a better aesthetic than I think that Sonic 1 and 2 do. Not to say that Sonic 1 and 2 are bad, but I feel like there's a lot more going with Sonic CD in terms of the presentation, to where it makes me think it's better than Sonic 1 and 2. And sure, Sonic CD is kind of easy, but so is Sonic 2, so. It's definitely like one of those subjective type of things where, like, you can't really say it's objectively correct to say that CD is better than 2 unless it's, like, just your opinion, but that's just how I feel. Come on, you asshole. I'll worry about that one later. Do you have any mods, Ultrafix? No, I haven't modded this game at all. I'm playing vanilla. Although I do hear the mods for this game are pretty good. I hear that they restored the Michael Jackson tracks, which, that's noble. Okay, I might have to... Fuck yeah. I mean, whatever. I can restart it. Let's see, Oh, hey, what's up, Tailfin? How you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. I'll go ahead and read your message as soon as I'm done with the special stage. God dang it, I was just barely made it. God damn it. I don't know why I'm fucking up on the stage so much. It's fucking up with my head now. Okay, well, I can always try it again. So yeah, Sonic CD isn't everyone's cup of tea, but the emphasis on exploration gives it a nice contrast to the Genesis games. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. And then Ender Sam is saying, since we got a Mania Plus and Origins Plus, I was convinced that we would get a Superstars Plus, but that will never happen. Yeah, Sonic Superstars, that game kind of sucked, so I wouldn't doubt that at all. But, so yeah, Tailfin is saying 16-bit systems trying to simulate 3D space will never not be adorable. Yeah, I agree. But it all kind of depends on how you do it. Like, the special stages in Sonic CD I had no issue with. But the way that the Sonic Advance games did it with their special stages, yeah, those were not really that good in my opinion. I still like Sonic Advance 1 and 3, though. I thought that 2 was a little repetitive. I never understood why people said that one was the best. Okay, I just have to get that one last UFO, and then, boom, got it. God, that was really annoying. But I did it, and that's the important thing. Got 4 time stones. I don't think I got all the time stones when I was playing through this game as Sonic either, but I got all the good endings, so. That's the important thing, anyway. That's what I'm trying to do with these little mini playthroughs I'm doing of all the Sonic games. Sonic CD, I'm just trying to get all the good futures. Because I never had really done it before. At least not without looking at a guide, but... So far, I'm not doing that, and I'm impressed with myself. Metallic Madness was still bullshit, though. I swear to God, the past version of Metallic Madness is... It was designed to be as confusing as possible. All my homies hate Metallic Madness past version. Okay, I remember the Stardust Speedway stages being relatively easy. I found all the pass signs and all the robo-teleporters in like under a minute. See another future sign right there. I see a pass sign right there. I think I have to go to the right. Yeah. Not like that, but... That was close. Alright, time to zoom away. And this one shouldn't be too hard. I remember this one being very easy. See, look, watch. There's that pass sign that I need to get. Right there, all convenient for me. And then there's the robo-teleporter. You can't make it any less complicated than that. Alright, perfect. God damn it. That one spring always gets me. I wonder how broken Tails is for Metal Sonic. I wonder if I could just fly through. Okay, well, I think I fucked it up. And he's dead. Alright, time for the worst stage to get all the good features for. I honestly don't remember where to go, so I'm just gonna do it like I've always done. Just try to find a pass sign and try to find a spot to gain a burst of speed for a minute. Yeah, I'm going to be avoiding that future sign. Yeah, no sir. I do like the music of Metallic Madness, though. The music is pretty good, admittedly. Okay, I'm not trying to go through there yet. God damn it. Let me just restart since I know where that pass sign is. Okay, well that's not it. Oh, here it is. You gonna call your level Metallic Madness? You better deliver music to match. Oh, absolutely. Now, just remember where that robot teleporter is. I remember getting lost in these past stages for fucking ever. Okay, I'm at the very beginning now. I can just retrace my steps. God damn it. Please don't do that. Okay. I see how it is. Amazing. Okay, cool. There it is. I just have to get to it now. I forget, was it over here? I couldn't remember if I had to go under or over. I'm just gonna assume it's under now. Let's try going the under way. Yep, perfect. Now I just have to worry about the very last one, and I should be good. Okay, let's try going out of here, if I can. Honestly, there's probably just some level gimmick I'm not understanding about the past version of this stage that'll probably, like, help me out a lot, but I just haven't figured it out yet. One thing that will help me, though, in the next stage is Tails' flight ability, because I know that there's, like, one spot where you have to go on a spring that'll just shoot you all the way to the left, and you have to hit one of those small, spinny platform things. So that'll be less annoying. Alright, sweet. Made it. Let's try going up here. Okay, nothing. So I know for a fact in the final part, it's like for this zone specifically, I have to go all the way back once I go to the past. There's a little future sign right there, which we don't need. But I know for a fact, like, you have to go through one of those vacuum chute things, and that'll take you close to where you need to get for the Robo Transporter at this stage. Okay, perfect. So I think we're too early. And I just completely forgot, by the way, that I could have just used one of these spinny things to make me go to the past instantly. I don't know why I didn't think to do that when I was playing through Sonic. But whatever, you live and you learn, right? So I want to say you have to go down. No. You have to go to the left. And there it is. Right there. Perfect. Doesn't matter if I died. It'll save me. It'll save my progress, so I should be fine to continue on. Let me just grab a future sign just in case I want to go to the future. Okay, my rings are gone. See, it's this little spot right here that you have to go up, and then that'll take you to the next area. I got so lost when I tried to beat the stage originally. God damn it. Allah Akbar robots. Yep. I think I have to go down. Yeah, I have to go down. Because I've beaten the present versions of these stages multiple times, like I want to say at least 20 times I've beaten these present time stages. I just have them all memorized, so like for me they're more comfortable to get through. They even gave Tails a little chibi model. That was close. For some reason, it's really easy to get crushed in these Sonic Origins games. Like, I feel like when Christian Whitehead used a new engine to remake Sonic 1 and 2 for mobile especially, I feel like the engine change made it to where, like, you get crushed in spots that you wouldn't normally in the classics. Takes a little bit to get used to, but I still think that these are the superior ways to play this game. Alright, nice. Got all the good futures and all the zones. I think what I'll do is After I'm done with Tails, I'm gonna go through Knuckles and Sonic CD as well, and then that might be the end of this session. Because I seem to be blasting through Tails' Sonic CD story fairly quickly. Granted, Tails is easy to cheese through all the levels, so that might have something to do with it, but... Yeah, the bosses in Sonic CD are super easy. And we beat the game. Sonic Boom is still a bop. I can't tell if they actually used AI to upscale the video. I'm not entirely sure if they did, but it kind of looks like they did. At least for that opening part. All right, time for me to blast through Knuckles in Sonic CD. I do like these little animated cutscenes, but it's obvious that they were made like they didn't really do much to make it blend in with the cinematics from Sonic CD, so it's a little distracting. They're not bad or anything; they're pretty good. All right, let's go through Knuckles. We'll watch the intro too, just cause. Okay, let's go through Knuckles. Start a new game. And I'll just play the intro again, because why not? If I recall correctly, this intro was made by Toei Animation, but I'm not exactly sure. But I want to say it was animated by the same people that did that Sonic OVA from the 90s. I don't think I've ever beaten this game with Knuckles, because when I first got this, like whenever I first got Sonic CD on the PS3, when I got that version of it, I think you could only play as Tails and Sonic. Let's see, you're saying that you always thought this song sounded really similar to Bob Seger's Shakedown. I've never heard that one. I'll have to check that one out. It wouldn't shock me though, because I know that Sonic music is typically very inspired. Actually, you know what? Like, even just Sega music in general is, like, very inspired by a lot of shit. It's from the Beverly Hills Cop 2 soundtrack. Okay, I haven't seen that movie, so that's probably why I don't recognize it. I'll have to YouTube it up later. I'm sure that's a crime to some people that I haven't seen any of the Beverly Hills Cop movies, but I don't know. I heard that they made like 4 or 5 of them, and I just haven't had the time to watch it. Speaking of movies, though, you know what I'm really sick of? Sequels. And I know that's very, you know, like that's a very common opinion to have, but I feel like recently there have just been way too many fucking movie sequels. A couple of months ago, me and my cousin, we ended up seeing Deadpool 3. And then like a month later, we ended up going to see Venom 3, and it's just like how many fucking threes do there need to be? I feel like if you have like a bunch of movies coming out at the same time, and they all have like they're all like the third iteration of the movie that, like from the franchise that they're from, I guess. I feel like you need to kind of space them out a bit. That was satisfying to do. I always like it whenever you get like a good glide pattern going with Knuckles. It's a very satisfying feeling. It's reboots that annoy me the most. Yeah, we've gotten way too many reboots, too. And also live-action adaptations. I feel like Disney is the worst example for that. Like, sure, you know, some of the live-action Disney movies, they're good, like some of them. But I wouldn't say that any of them are better than the original movies that they're based on. I feel like the only good live-action Disney movie that came out was The Jungle Book, but even still, it's like... The Jungle Book was just such a good animated movie to begin with that there's really nothing the live-action could do that could make it any better. Live-action Disney remakes are a crime against... if I could talk today. Crime against cinema. Yep. Agreed, 100%. It's gotten to the point where I'm not even shocked that they're making a live-action adaptation of something. Like, me personally, I fucking loathed the live-action Aladdin. That one was bad. But I think that the worst one out of them all was Mulan. Like, they basically took her entire story arc and gave her, like, Chinese midi-chlorians. And then you also had the main actress that was all for the China using martial law to stop those Hong Kong protests. And then they also thanked the Chinese concentration camps, or you know, the re-education centers, I should say. Where they were just like taking a bunch of like ethnic minorities and castrating them and brainwashing them to believe in Chinese propaganda. Yeah, Disney is the people that work at Disney are some of the biggest fucking hypocrites ever. And, you know, all those live-action remakes were bad, but I think that the worst Disney movie that Disney has put out within, like, the last 10 years is Turning Red. I will never understand why people fucking liked that movie. And I've gone into my reasoning why, but... Yeah, like, to me, that's just, like, straight-up leftist propaganda. Especially that end part where they had the main character being all like, "My panda, my choice, mom." Like, come on. At least good propaganda is subtle. That was just, like, complete blatant on-the-nose BS. It's no wonder that movie failed in the box office. And I have other issues with the movie, too. Just the fact that the whole relationship between the mom and the kid. Like, they really vilified the mom in that, and I think that was a betrayal to all the parents that took their kids out to go see it. You have to learn to respect that boundary. And I think that Finding Nemo did it better, where it's like they showed faults in both what the kid was doing and what the parent was doing. And at the end, they all learned from each other. I feel like that's the best way to do it. You shouldn't add, like, divisive, modern-day political issues in a movie meant for 6-year-olds. I'm sorry. I forget, was there a pass sign down there, or am I tripping? Maybe. It's very unsettling how all pop culture the past decade came from Tumblrites. Well, yeah, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that they were hired on the cheap, and companies were kind of shifting towards more of like a trying to think of the best way to describe it. It's like the more diverse your company looked, the more funding you'd get from all these loan people. So, like, that's what a lot of these corporations have just done over the last decade, is, like, they would get some older millennial to hire a bunch of, like, young millennials who were on, like, Tumblr, creating dumb little comics. And then they just became animators at Cartoon Network and Disney, and it's just corrupted entertainment for the last decade. Problem is that all those Tumblrites, they have a very biased left-wing view on everything. Gotta get those BlackRock shekels, Goy. Yep, exactly. One other thing I'll say is that if you're watching a YouTube gaming reviewer who's been around the block for like the last decade, like always pay attention to what their reviews on about Gamergate, because if they try to shrug it off like it was nothing or it was like an embarrassment, that should pretty much tell you everything you need to know about how they think about censorship or like what their views on when it came to the whole culture war. Because truthfully, Gamergate, it was a bipartisan movement, but if you look on Wikipedia, which the Wikipedia article for Gamergate was a very biased, shitty article that I think should get rewritten. Because they try to make it seem like it's an alt-right hate campaign when it wasn't. In fact, a lot of the people that started the whole Gamergate movement, they were fucking Bernie bros. They were not hard left-leaning, but they were like left centrist, I guess you could say. And then, of course, some of them were just like straight up right, but I truly do think that, you know, all that shit, along with Tumblr banning not safe for work shit, and then they just ended up leaving Tumblr to go to Twitter and Reddit, that also kind of corrupted the internet in a way. Because for a while, all these Tumblrites, they were just in this Tumblr bubble. And, you know, people would just laugh at it as like a lolcow community. But, you know, nowadays, they're all on Twitter, they're all on Reddit. They grew up to become political activists and teachers, as well as people who work in, you know, health services, you know, case manager people. So yeah, like, it really is my belief that the whole Tumblr idea of doing things is what really corrupted Western society further. Because, like, I actually remembered when I was in high school back in 2013, and there was some chick that was, like she was fat, and she was wearing a coat, and she had, like, short-cut hair. And she was trying to say, like, oh, I actually don't have a gender. I'm gender ambiguous. And I thought she was kidding. Like, I thought she was referencing a meme. So I was just like, I could just tell you're a woman, dude. And she kind of gave me the stink eye and just... Yeah, it's... It's all fucking mental illness. That's what it is. I never believed in that whole gender identity shit. Come on. Get in the hole, Knuckles. I like how it just lagged when I was trying to glide into the spring there. Come on, Knuckles, get in there. Almost got it there. Hang on, I'll read your comment in a second there, Telfin. I just have to get through this part. God damn it. It wouldn't be so hard if those bombs didn't try to deflect you. Come on, Knuckles, get in there. Thank God. Let's see, saying boys have a penis, girls have a vagina makes you alt-right these days. Yeah. Well, good news is that these people seem to have finally gotten the message that America is sick of their shit. Yep. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that the Democratic Party has just fucked up for, like, the last 4 years. And I think that Joe Biden being senile was, like, the domino effect that started a whole bunch of dominoes to fall. I think that what a lot of Democrats thought was that if Joe Biden won, then, like, people would just believe their way forever, and all the shit that was going on during the pandemic would just be, like, real life, and it would just be, like, the new way of living. But that's not what happened. The pandemic hasn't been relevant in, like, 2 years. Everybody's gone back to the office, and, nobody really gives a shit if you believe in multiple genders now. They're like the modern-day hippies, in a way. Okay, I think the pass sign was somewhere near the right. Yeah, also one other thing too that's really been helping out with, you know, getting America back on course is that Gen Z men in general tend to lean more right, and even some Gen Z women are voting more to the right as well. But I think it's more so with boys than girls, and I think that's a very important distinction to keep in mind. Because it kind of shows you how divided America is with, like, Not just class, but also gender as well. Okay, now I just gotta go back to that Infinite Spring area. It's like boys are voting more to the right and women are voting more towards the left. But that whole, you know, Obama era, multiple gender, like that whole Tumblr ideology is finally being seen for what it is. It's a mental illness. So, that gives me hope. It really does. Alright, nice. Also, one thing that I find amusing about, hang on, let me pause for a minute because I have to check something on my phone real quick. I was gonna say something that really annoyed me. Actually, hang on a minute. Someone DM'd me. I just have to check it real quick and I'll unpause it. Okay, never mind. It was a false alarm. But something I was gonna say is one other thing that's kind of like annoying is that all these lefties that are trying to join Blue Sky because they just hate Elon Musk. What they don't understand is that Twitter, Twitter didn't just become shit after Elon Musk bought it. Like, people have been making fun of Twitter for being a shithole for years. And, you know, they weren't complaining when the left was censoring all the stuff that would make the, you know, that would make them look bad. Like the whole Hunter Biden story. That was being wiped off the face of the internet. Like, if you posted that on Twitter, you'd get your account banned. Like, there was actual censorship going on the left when it came to Twitter, and they just didn't bat an eye on it. But, you know, now all of a sudden, Elon Musk buys it out, and they're seeing a lot more right-wing posts. Now all of a sudden, you know, their fifis are getting hurt because they don't have their little hug box anymore. So what they're doing is they're joining Blue Sky, and they think that's going to just be the end of it all, but what they fail to understand is that you can change the platform, but you can't change the person. And if you're a toxic piece of shit, it doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right, you're just going to be a toxic piece of shit. And I just grabbed a future sign. Fuck. Okay, I grabbed a pass sign. We're back in the game, baby. Okay, this looks like it's long enough for me to run across. Let's see, there's actual receipts of the FBI clamping down on Twitter in 2020 and people act like it was nothing. Yeah, exactly. And yet, I still hear to this day from lefties saying that, like, there's really no history of the left censoring information. And, like, I've even heard some lefty people out there that claim that Donald Trump did steal the 2016 election because of the, you know, the whole Russian probe. How Russia was, you know, hacking all these voting machines, and that's why he won, because he colluded with Vladimir Putin. Which, that never made any fucking sense to me. Like, that was never gonna be proven correct at all. Like, that was just based on a bunch of lies. Even today, when you go on the Wikipedia article for the, I think it was the Mueller report, or it was the, no, it was the Steele report, I think. or the Steele dossier, but regardless, if you go on that Wikipedia page, it'll tell you straight up that, you know, the Steele dossier is a largely discredited, you know, it's like non-information that was being peddled as fact. And there are still people to this day that still believe in it. But yet, you know, people on the right are the ones that are, like, they're the only ones that are spreading misinformation. It's not the left that does it. You know, they're just, you know, they're the good guys and we're the bad guys, apparently. I also think it's kind of amusing that I'm ranting about politics when I'm playing Sonic CD. Feels like a juxtaposition. If I could talk today, juxtaposition. There we go. Putin is basically the boogeyman for the military-industrial complex. Yep. Also, speaking of that, I still think it's funny that during the debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris was straight up saying that she has no active troops. And then that there was that one viral clip of the troops that are in Ukraine. They're like, well, then what the fuck are we doing here? That always gets me. And then there's that one time where Kamala Harris's VP pick, Tim Walz, he was playing Crazy Taxi like a jackass. Like he had arthritis in his hands, and he only made like $200 in tips in that game. And he was trying to be like, oh yeah, I grew up with the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was like the first time I played video games. It was like my first actual job, but... Okay, first off, dude, you're like 60. Like, why are you trying to say that... Like, the late 90s was when you got your first real job? Like, are you trying to tell me that you didn't have a job until the 90s? Like, what's going on with that, bro? Something's not right about it. Yeah, there was no way that Tim Walz was going to win over the gamer vote with that little blunder. He would have been an Atari kid, if anything. Yeah, maybe I could see if he was like a stoner who had like an Atari 2600 when he was in college. Maybe I could see that being his first console. But nobody who's in their early 60s grew up playing video games when they were a kid. Like, that didn't happen. There would be no fucking way. Gonna wait for that UFO to jump up here. And I'm gonna go in for the kill. Got it. Okay, so what? Next up is Quartz Quadrant. God damn it. I fucked up that sequence. I might have to loop around unnecessarily again. Oh, nope. I made it. God dang it. Okay, perfect. I think Quartz Quadrant should be pretty easy. The only thing that kind of scares me about Quartz Quadrant is just, like, setting up me going to the past. I feel like the way they do that's a little tricky. Because the conveyor belts can make you think that you can just run as far as you can, but they'll still try to fuck you over. I might have to restart the stage a few times, but we'll see. Yeah, see, like this spot right here? That'll trip you up. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to restart this. Let me try and find another pass sign. That's future. We're gonna go to the past. Okay, yeah, let me just try running across here. Let me see if that helps. Yep, that did it. Now I just have to go all the way back. Okay, let me try. Alright, nice, got it. Let's go through the special stage, because why not? and grab that little thing. Nice, got it. I have to be very careful with this one too, because it'll fool you into thinking you can just run all the way around, and you can land on that spring, but that'll stop your pass from passing. See, like right there, I fucked it up. See, you don't want to land on this spring and just hold right. You have to... I'm gonna change the time at the last second. It's like the last part of the stage is when it goes to the future, or, well, technically present, but... Nice, got that. I think this was the stage that tripped me up last time. Nice. And I got it on my first try, because of course I did. I actually have no idea if I'm going to get all the time stones with Knuckles. It wouldn't doubt me. Or, I wouldn't doubt it if I ended up getting all of them as Knuckles, and that was like the only story that I got them in. God damn it. That was the hardest boss in the world right there. And then next is what? Wacky Workbench? This should be easy. I hate how I tried to grab that ring and it just fucking disappeared away from me. It's really annoying. God dang it. Made it. And then, of course, the next stage is really simple. I think the only stages I'll have to worry about after this one is just, like, again, Metallic Madness, just because those levels are kind of iffy to me. Nope. Okay, good. You have to make sure you avoid doing that, because for some reason that fucks it up. God dang it. Okay, there's one right there. Sweet. Made it. I don't know, Knuckles' hanging mode's a little, kind of looks a little funky. Oh damn, that kind of looked like it was going to be a clear cut for a minute. would have been like super cool if I just did a glide all the way to the end. That would have been cool. Okay, so that's a dead end. Alright, made it. Hey, what's good, New Dawn Horizon? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good evening. We're just streaming a little bit more of Sonic CD. Yeah, honestly, the more I'm playing through Sonic CD with all the characters, the more I'm just getting used to all the weird shenanigans. Okay, sweet, I made it to the past. Well, I did for a minute. I say I'm used to the shenanigans, but then I end up doing shit like that. Let's see where this takes me. No! You bitch. I didn't mean to do that. This game tried to pull a sneaky on me. Alright, nice. Now I just have to go to the bottom near the middle of the stage and I should be good there. And I also have to remember to, like, not run into any future signs while going too fast. And now it doesn't matter. Alright, nice. Made it. Oh, hang on, I think somebody DM'd me. Let me go ahead and check on that real quick. Alright, sweet. And yeah, thankfully this one is pretty easy. Look, there's the pass sign right there. There's the double spring right here. And would you look at that? There's the Robo Transporter right there. See how convenient that was? You would think the Robo Transporter would be back there over by all those springs, but nope. They made it real easy for us this time. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, suck it. Okay, I just have to remember to go up here. And then there should be a pass sign, I think, around here? Okay, maybe they actually changed around the, maybe they changed around some shit. Okay. Let me go ahead and restart. I keep forgetting that with these Christian Whitehead rebuilds of these Sonic games, they like to change some stuff around to where each character has their own little different thing in certain areas. I know they did that for Sonic 1, like there were some optional areas for Tails and some for Knuckles, which I thought that was a good touch. The thing that sucks about it, though, is that they actually did make some changes with Metallic Madness for all the characters, then that'll kind of fuck up with my memorization a bit. Let me try to map out my surroundings. We're not getting that future sign, obviously. We want to avoid that. And there's a pass sign right there in case I need it. There's a little double spring there because the devs wanted to be cheeky. I just need to find a good runway. That's all I need to do. Maybe there's one down below. I doubt it, but you never know. I've been shocked before. Oh, maybe those creatures could have helped me out. I think they shoot you all the way across, and that helps keep your momentum, but... Okay, maybe this will be a good enough spot. I'm gonna try it. No guarantees, but we'll give it a shot. Nice. I did it. Look, I got crushed by that thing. That would have sucked. If I had jumped there, I could have died. Alright, nice. I did it. And then I think the next one is actually going to be a lot easier than I expected. I just have to remember to use one of those spinny things to keep my momentum, then I should be fine. First thing I have to do, though, is find a pass sign. That's the important thing. And then it'll just be a matter of picking the right spot to shoot myself into, and then beat the final stage, and then I'll beat the game. So it wasn't going down, it was going left. Yep. And that's what she wrote. Okay, well. It's fine, I can die at least once. I actually wonder, does dying reset the time loops, or like the signages? Does that... I don't think it does. It might, though. That'd be cool if it did. That way, if you fucked up, you could just die and start over, but... I'll grab that future post sign because I am used to the past version, or the present version of the stage. It's always good to avoid those little Aloha Akbar bomb enemies. Those are always very annoying. I actually like Knuckles' little chibi sprite thing. His eyes look all buggy. It's cute. I like it. It's kind of like Marge from The Simpsons. I just think it's neat. God dang it! I thought I could be. I thought I could be smart there. God damn it. That's like the only time I've died on this part. I think on every playthrough I've done of Sonic CD, I've only died like once or twice. It's not bad. At least if you don't count all the restarts, which... You know, to be fair, I didn't really do a whole lot of restarts. Just mainly with Sonic. Come on, get down here where I can actually hit you. Please. Thank you. Oh wow, I actually did it without getting hit. It's probably a narrow hitbox, but... Oh wow. I did that without getting hit as well. I was getting a little cocky there. Yeah, see, that time I was just fucking around. I have to remember not to be like that. What the fuck? Okay, game, are you okay? Come on, brain, do your job. You've only beaten this stage, like, what, 27 times in your life? Okay. Come on, Knuckles. It's just so fun to glide. And he's dead. Alright, I'm just gonna let the credits play out, and then after those are done, I'm just gonna end the session for the night. Alright, I got the good ending. Obviously. Alright, so this is where I will be ending things for tonight. The next time I stream Sonic Origins next week, I'll be just blasting through Amy's Sonic CD story campaign thing. And then I'll just be doing... Honestly, I'll probably just do Sonic's campaign again and Sonic 2. And then once I'm done with that, I will move on to, Tails and Knuckles and then Amy, that sort of thing. Until I get to the end of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, then I'm probably going to be streaming something else on the regular, because by that point, I'll be done streaming Final Fantasy XI. And, also one other thing. My Final Fantasy IX review is pretty much done in terms of the rough draft. I just have to kind of read it over a few more times, make sure I got everything correct, make sure my grammar is all proper. And I'll probably start recording it sometime next week if I'm being real with you. And it's probably going to take me about like 2 days of like continuous editing for me to get it done. Like it's going to be a big boy. Like every time I think that I'm done writing it, I always think of something to include in the script. So yeah, it'll be one of the more fun reviews that I've done, I think. So before I go, I just want to give a shout out to Jones Gaming Adventure, Zeher, Squigs Animation, uh, Agent Ice, as well as Leduplis 23, Tailfin, Endersam, and New Dawn Horizon for joining the stream. It's always appreciated.